Hello, guys. Welcome to DocPod. We are Ilya and Mateo, and in this episode of DocPod, we're going to talk about the contraceptive pill. So, nowadays, the contraceptive pill is used by more than half of women aged 15 to age 50. It's used everywhere in the world, and it has a very high efficiency rate, over 99%.
Yes, and how they work? You know, this is a very good question, and basically they work in the way. So after a man and a woman have sexual intercourse, the day after, if they didn't use some other contraceptive methods, like for example condoms, or even if they failed, they take a pill, so they don't get pregnant.
So, another very good question is when was it made? So, it was introduced in the 1950s in the US, and it was initially marketed for controlling the menstrual cycle. But the pill was actually only approved by the Food and Drug Administration in the 1960s. So it was only widely available uh, until the 1960s.
Yes, and when they were created in the first 2 years of its availability, so after the 60s, 1.1 1,200,000 people, women in the United States were using the pill.
The contraceptive pill is very important to avoid, unwanted pregnancies. So lots of teenagers participate in sexual intercourse, and obviously they don't want to get pregnant because they don't want to be like a pregnant teenager.
Yes,
So
this happens a lot.
using this
Uh,
pill or other contraceptives is very important.
yes,
The most
definitely. This happens everywhere, no?
yes,
Everywhere in schools and universities. Nowadays, there's really many teenagers who are having sexual intercourse, and
yes,
they need this.
yeah. Actually, the most common age to start taking contraceptives is 16, which I think is kind of young, but I don't know.
No,
So there's actually two type of pills, which are uh, the combined pill and the progesterone only pill. But they both have the similar rate of 99%. So they're both as effective, and I think they're one of the most effective contraceptives.
yes, 99% is really good, but also we have to be scared of the 1%,
Yes, obviously
because
you can't.
it is one of out of 100, and that's not very good odds.
Yeah, you can't always trust it. There is that small chance that you can still get pregnant, but it's quite unlikely.
Yes. So, how effective is it? We covered, and I just want to talk about why it is so important.
Okay, go on.
Yes, you want me to say,
Yeah.
okay? So, basically, why it is so important? Because nowadays there's many teenagers, as my friends say, and as I said, there's many kids, teenagers that are having sexual intercourse. Like, for example, no, like, you know, there's many, and none of them want to have a kid because it is going to complicate their life. They're going to have a very big responsibility the rest of their life, and they are very young. So, using this contraceptive pill is going to help a lot, because no one wants to have a baby so young, and no one, even if you're older and you don't want a baby,
Yeah, even for
it is going to help. But why? it is used because people have sexual intercourse. It is a fact. We cannot change it. We can just talk about it. We can just complain. So people are going to have sexual intercourse, and some of them are not responsible enough or lucky. So they need this bill just to be sure and to not ruin their lives.
Yes. Some interesting facts about this pill is that it can also be treated. It can also be used for treating medical issues like acne, anemia, or even to treat bulimia. But obviously, this isn't the target of the pill. Like as we have mentioned,
It's,
the main target is just to avoid pregnancies. Even though it was first announced, it was marketed as a to control the menstrual cycle.
so we talked about um, contraceptive pills and how they work. We talked about how were contraceptive pills created. We said that it was created in the 50s. It was used till the 90s, the 60s, and it is used till nowadays. It is very used nowadays. So who is using these pills nowadays? We also talked that teenagers is the most common age that uses these, and we also talked about uh, how effective it is and the odds of someone still being pregnant after they use it.
Okay.
And we talked about
Thank you, Mateo. I think this has been a very interesting episode.
just
Quite an interesting topic, I think. So in the next episode, we're gonna talk about in the next episode we're gonna talk about stem cells with Matias, Santiago, and Alejandro del Risco. So thanks for listening and bye.